Impossible Escape: The True Story of Survival and Heroism in Nazi Europe. This to me was a really interesting book. A different concept of things within, at least from what I've read, of things within, talk about the Nazi concentration camps and the struggles and the people involved with that and things that went on. Personally, I would not put this at the level of Night, but I think it's up there for things. That's just a personal opinion. For that, I know others may disagree, and that's perfectly fine, and I support your right for that. Hopefully, you respect my levels of where I'm at for this. To me, what I thought was really interesting for this was the personal character development, and not just of the main character, but some of the minor characters that were in there, and how things built up, and where you thought you could see a path going. And I think the author did a very good job of sometimes taking you exactly down the path where you thought it was going to go. A number of times within the concentration camps, just from what we know of history and things, you could see where it was going to end up. And you could see how it was going to end up there. And the author walked you right down exactly where you thought you were going to be. And there were absolutely no surprises. And it worked so well. And I think part of that is because we had that idea of what was going to happen and why. And there's almost this fear, this struggle, this internal thing of, oh no, oh no, oh no. And this sadness of how could this happen? And you watch reality unfold on those pages of the book. And that is, I think, the piece that makes this book such a good piece, was because you know exactly where a lot of this is going to go. Now, the end of the book, a little bit different as far as some of the aftermath of things and stuff with that not necessarily being able to see, but the process of stuff within the camp and what's going on and the struggles and the survival and the heroism of things. I would never have said, here's the storyline ahead of time, but as they went through it, yeah, I get it. I can see where they're going. It makes sense. And I think it doesn't add to the horror, in that kind of a sense, like a Friday the 13th, a slasher movie type of horror. But it adds to the fear and that emotional content of knowing exactly what's going to happen, and knowing why it's going to happen, and trying to understand the people working their way through these things and the personal content for that. So for that reason, Impossible Escape, I think, is a very good book for that.